Hey out there everybody, it's Dave from Davestation VR, and today we're talking about a game called Island Time VR for PSVR. How many times can I say VR? Let's do it. So this is a new survival game from Flight School Games, and the concept is you're shipwrecked on a little island, very small little island, and you gotta use what you got, combine materials to make tools, hunt, survive, crack open coconuts, all kinds of stuff you think you'd have to do to survive on an island. So it's really based around figuring out what you need to do by dying over and over again a lot at the beginning. So your first few runs are going to be like a minute, 2 minutes. You've got this little watch that tells you you're getting hungrier and hungrier and hungrier, and your life just drips away. And what you need to do is you need to spear some fish, you got to cook them, you got to crack open some coconuts, eat those up, and if you're lucky enough, you might just cook a seagull. Those are tasty. This is definitely a game that's going to make you say, like, one more try. Okay, I almost got it. I think I've got it this time. Let me do it one more time. And as you go through, you get the hang of stuff. It all becomes kind of second nature. And you start getting into the, like, 10 minutes time range, 15 minutes. My personal best so far is 18 minutes alive. But this is kind of where some of my issues come in. So if you start getting the core gameplay loop down and you realize, you know, what you need to do to fish, what you need to do to cook, and so on and so forth. After a while, it just kind of feels like you're surviving, but I can't feel the progression anymore. So I've gotten to a certain point where I've crafted, it seems like almost every tool that I can craft, and there's just, I keep getting fish, I keep getting coconuts, but, you know, occasionally the crab will give you hints on what you need to do next, but I just feel stuck. So you can kind of feel after a while like, what am I doing? Like, I got it down, I'm getting good at it, but now I'm here in minute 15 out of 18, and I haven't seen anything new, and I feel like I'm just fishing over and over again. But the core gameplay is really fun once you get the hang of it. The other issue I had was tracking sometimes. Now, this game kind of requires you to do, you know, some interesting motions like spearing fish that are below you, that most VR games don't really ask you to do. And so I had trouble getting the tracking just right. And I found a lot of the time, you know, there's no way to move around or teleport the little island you're on. And you can do click turning, but that's basically it. So I ended up just having to walk to an area, do what I needed to do, and then recenter. But a lot of times it would lose tracking or it just felt a little off. So that's something that, you know, can cause some issues, especially once you're far into a run and you feel like you're losing just because of the controls. The other thing is occasionally stuff will disappear. I've had my fire log disappear right at the beginning of the game. I've had some of my tools disappear in the middle of a game. So there's still probably some bugs that need to be worked out. One thing I should mention as a high point of the game, at least for a while, is the voice acting by Greg from Kinda Funny Games. You might know him, Game Over Greggy on Twitter. And he voices the crab, and it's great. It's hilarious. I like his little commentary, and it keeps the game entertaining when you're trying to figure out what's going on. But once you've played it enough times, you kind of hear the same things over and over again, and it can grate a little bit, just, you know, hearing the same voice-acted lines over and over again. But the voice acting is top-notch. I really like it. It's just that the way that the game's built, it's bound to get stale at some point because you just keep replaying the same stage over and over again. As far as graphics and presentation go, I really liked this one actually. Even though it's just the one stage and it takes place in a kind of limited environment, what's there looks pretty good. I didn't have any issues with judder or any of the graphics being, you know, too blurry or anything like that. It's very cartoony, which always works on PSVR pretty well. So no issues as far as graphics are concerned. The price for this one is going to come down at $14.99 at launch. And that's just a little too high for me. I would say $10 would be great for this one. But if you like the way it looks, if you like the concept of a survival game that you kind of have to learn your way through and build tools, it's fun. I enjoyed it a lot. And the presentation is great. Like I said, the voice acting is really funny, at least for your first half an hour, hour or so. But there are definitely a few issues as far as tracking goes, and at a certain point, replayability. So, you know, take that as you will. For the price to fun ratio here, I'm going to rate this one about a 7.5. It's not essential, but it's a decent way to spend your time for a little while, and I did have a good time with it. So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this review, Go ahead and hit like, subscribe, comment, whatever you feel like doing. I appreciate that so much. Thank you again, and have a good rest of your day.
Fish. Wow, those are really rare. You only see those once or twice a playthrough if you're really good.